All right, so now that you have your self-portrait complete, you're going to flip to your first skill builder, and this one is a crayon skill builder. So you're going to need to get some crayons, and the first box says layer 2 colors, so you can pick any 2 colors of your choice and you're going to layer those. So what does that mean? That means to overlap them. So I'm going to take one color and I'm going to fill in this box nice and neat. I'm not going to scribble. I'm coloring in the same direction, practicing layering 2 colors. Now I'm not pressing really hard. You might choose to press harder. And then I'm going to take my second color and color over the top. Coloring the same direction, not scribbling and going all sorts of different directions, and trying to fill in this box nice and solid. Neatness matters, and in order to graduate from this page and move on to the next page, you have to make sure that you meet each requirement within each space and that you do it neatly and you fill in the space completely. Now it says layer 3 colors, so I'm going to stick with these 3 and add a third, or stick with these 2 and add a third. I'm choosing to color lightly with this blue since it's the darker color, so that I can clearly see my other 2 colors layered over the top. Alright, hard to see that third color, so when you layer your colors, make sure that I can see all 3 colors. Alright, and then I need a fourth to layer 4 colors here. The next one says I can change pressure to create 3 values using crayon. So you're going to choose one color to use in all 3 boxes, and you're going to show a light pressure, a medium pressure, and a heavy pressure. So in the first box, I'm not going to press really hard, and I'm going to color lightly, filling it in, coloring the same direction, filling in this rectangle almost completely in. The next rectangle, press a little bit harder to make a medium value, using medium pressure, filling in this box almost completely. And finally, the last box, pressing the hardest without breaking the crayon, filling in this box completely. Okay, so when you finish these 3 boxes, look and see that they look like 3 different values. That's very important. If 2 boxes look very similar, then you need to go back, and you can't erase crayon, so you would have to go back and add more value, more pressure to a box to make it look clearly different than the last. Hello, so now we're ready to do the bottom part of the crayon skill builder, and it's titled Drawing Lines Texture. Copy the texture below inside the box, and our objective is that we can create texture using crayons. So texture is how something feels or how something looks like it would feel. So in this case, it's how it would look like it feels, because we can't actually feel this texture with our fingers, we just see it with our eye. And our crayons aren't always the pointiest, so you might have to draw the texture much larger in the box, but neatness does matter. So using a crayon, it can be the same crayon in all the boxes, or you can do different crayon colors in each box. But go slow, try to draw it as small and neat as possible, and try to keep it inside the box. And it should look like the texture next to it. So you can see this cross-hatching texture, the arrow pointing to this box. You're drawing this texture in this box. So in the next box, we're drawing this cross-hatching texture again, only instead of it being on a diagonal, it's on a vertical and horizontal. So you're going to start with vertical lines and then do horizontal lines going across. So I wouldn't accept if you only did like 2 lines going vertical up and down and 2 lines going across. You can see my texture is bigger than what's there, but that's only because drawing with a crayon and not a pointy point is really hard to draw that small little detail. So this is supposed to look like hair or fur, and most of the lines are slightly curved and they are vertical up and down. This is just vertical lines, also called hatch marks. And then these are called cross hatch marks because they lines that cross over each other. This one almost looks like tiger stripes. It's vertical lines like this one, only they're thicker at the top. So you're gonna draw and then maybe go back and add a thickness to the top of it. And again, if you're only drawing 2 of these, that would be a problem. You're gonna try your best. And then this is just wavy lines.